You can feel it, that spark. The way your heart skips for no reason when they walk in. The way your eyes find each other in a crowded room. And you both look away, pretending it meant nothing. But deep down, you know, something's there. A silent tension that words can't explain. Only chemistry can. It's not love yet, but it's something close. A connection that pulls you in without permission. You both act normal, but every glance, every small touch, every pause between words gives it away. Psychologists call it mutual attraction cues, subtle signals that reveal when two people are secretly drawn to each other. And once you learn to recognize them, you'll never mistake them again. In this video, we'll uncover 6 powerful signs you're both secretly crushing on each other. The kind that your heart already knows, but your mind keeps trying to deny. Watch closely, because by the end, you won't just see the signs, you'll feel them. Sign 1. You both blush when you catch each other staring. They say the eyes never lie, and in moments like this, that couldn't be more true. You look up, and there it is. That familiar gaze, the one that lingers just a second too long before darting away in quiet panic. Your heart skips, so does theirs. And for that tiny moment, it feels like the whole world pauses, just for the two of you. This isn't coincidence, it's chemistry. Psychology says when two people are secretly attracted to each other, their bodies react before their minds can catch up. The blush, the racing pulse, the nervous laugh, it's dopamine and adrenaline colliding, revealing emotions neither of you dare to say out loud. That fleeting eye contact is a conversation without words. It says, I see you. It says, I feel it too. But neither of you will admit it. Not yet. Instead, you both retreat, pretending nothing happened, while your hearts keep replaying that instant on loop. And here's what's truly fascinating. When attraction is mutual, both people feel the same subtle tension. It's why you catch each other staring at the same time. Why you both smile for no reason. Why silence suddenly feels louder when they're near. It's the universe's way of telling you. Something real is unfolding, quietly, between glances. So the next time you lock eyes and feel that rush, remember this. It's not random, and it's not in your head. It's your body recognizing a connection your mind hasn't yet dared to name. That single shared look might just be the first spark of something neither of you can hide for long. Sign 2. You share inside jokes that no one else gets. When two people share an inside joke, something subtle but powerful is happening. An emotional bubble is forming. It's a private world that only the two of you understand. The words themselves might seem meaningless to everyone else, but to you both, they carry an entire memory, a look, a spark of shared emotion. That's not just humor. That's chemistry turning into connection. Psychologists call this shared reality. When two minds begin to sync and interpret the world in similar ways, it's a sign that you're emotionally in tune. You've built a little bridge made of laughter, where even silence feels like communication. Every time your inside joke resurfaces, it reinforces that bridge, reminding you both, we get each other. Notice how no one else laughs quite the same way when it happens. That's because it isn't about the joke itself. It's about the bond behind it. It's a whisper saying, we're on the same wavelength. This kind of unspoken understanding is one of the earliest and most intimate signs of mutual attraction. The truth is, people don't create inside jokes with just anyone. They happen naturally when two people feel safe, comfortable, and open around each other. The teasing, the playful eye contact, the laughter that lingers longer than it should, it all builds emotional familiarity. And emotional familiarity often leads to something deeper. So when you catch yourselves laughing at something only the two of you find funny, don't dismiss it. That's your connection speaking. You're not just sharing a moment. You're building a language that only two hearts can understand. Sign 3. You constantly text or message each other. When someone's constantly on your mind, you don't just think about them. You reach out. It doesn't matter if it's a meme, a random thought, or just a single emoji. The message isn't really about the words. It's about maintaining that invisible thread of connection. When feelings start to grow, your brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. Every time you get a notification from them, It triggers a tiny rush of excitement. It's like emotional caffeine. And that's why the conversation never really ends. It just pauses until one of you finds another reason to check in again. But here's the deeper truth. When two people constantly message each other, it's rarely about small talk. It's about emotional presence. You're subconsciously saying, I want you to be part of my world, even when you're not here. Psychologically, this is how early-stage attraction builds intimacy, through consistent micro-interactions that make you feel seen and remembered. Pay attention to the rhythm, how quickly they reply, how often they start the conversation, how it feels when they send something just to make you laugh. These small gestures mean more than they appear. When someone keeps showing up digitally, it's often because they can't help it. You've become their safe space, their dopamine trigger, their daily comfort. And what's most fascinating is how natural it feels. There's no pressure, no forced words, just a steady stream of shared thoughts that bridge the distance. That's the beauty of connection in its rawest form. So if you both can't stop messaging each other, even over the smallest things, that's not random. It's chemistry in motion. It's attraction finding its rhythm in every notification, one message at a time. Sign 4. You find reasons to compliment each other. When two people secretly like each other, compliments start slipping through, not as grand declarations, but as quiet confessions disguised as words. It might sound like, that color looks really good on you. Or, you always know how to make people laugh. But beneath the surface, every compliment carries a hidden question. Did you notice that I noticed you? From a psychological point of view, compliments are more than kindness. They're micro-expressions of admiration. When you like someone, your brain becomes hyper-aware of their details, their tone, their gestures, the small quirks that others overlook. That's dopamine and emotional focus working together. Your mind literally tunes itself to their frequency, and a compliment becomes your way of signaling that awareness, of saying, you stand out to me. But here's where it gets interesting. When it's mutual, the energy loops. They find ways to compliment you too. Maybe they mention your voice, your ideas, or the way you make them feel calm. It's never just flattery. It's emotional mirroring. Two minds testing the waters, seeing if the affection is safe to surface, and those small exchanges can feel electric. You catch the pause after a compliment, the slight smile, the eye contact that lingers just a little too long. It's not just about what's being said, it's the silent emotion behind it. Compliments become the language of attraction when words like, I like you, still feel too heavy to say out loud. So if you notice you both keep finding reasons to say nice things, not forced, not generic, but sincere, that's not coincidence. It's the heart's way of reaching out carefully, beautifully, hoping to be understood without saying too much. Sign 5. You feel nervous but excited around them. That strange mix of nerves and excitement, the racing heartbeat, the slight tremble in your hands, the mind going blank when they walk into the room. It's not coincidence. It's biology meeting emotion. When you're around someone you're deeply attracted to, your brain releases norepinephrine, the same chemical responsible for the adrenaline rush you feel during a thrilling moment. It's your body's way of saying, this person matters. You see, real attraction isn't calm, it's electric. It's that pull between wanting to get closer and being scared to ruin the moment. You rehearse what you'll say, but when they finally look at you, the words vanish. You laugh too easily. You fidget. You overthink every detail and how you stand, how you sound, how you look. And yet deep down, there's a spark of joy in the chaos. Because being that nervous means you care. Psychologically, that nervous energy is a form of emotional arousal. Your subconscious preparing you to impress, to connect, to be seen. It's the same energy performers feel before stepping on stage, except this stage is the space between two people who secretly like each other. And the best part? When it's mutual, they feel it too. You'll notice them stumbling over words, avoiding eye contact for a second too long, or smiling nervously like they're trying to keep their composure. It's an unspoken confession shared through body language. The kind that doesn't need words to be understood. So the next time your heart races around someone, Don't dismiss it as anxiety. It's your body revealing what your mind tries to hide, that this person isn't just someone, they're someone who could change everything. Sign 6. You can't stop thinking about each other after you part. It's quiet now. The conversation is over. The goodbyes have been said, but somehow they're still there. Not physically, but in your mind. You replay the moment they smiled, the way their voice softened, the way their eyes met yours for just a second too long. And before you realize it, hours have passed, yet their presence still lingers, like an echo that refuses to fade. Psychology calls this the afterglow effect, when emotional and chemical responses outlast the moment itself. During attraction, your brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter of pleasure and anticipation. Even after parting ways, your brain keeps feeding off the memory, replaying it because it craves that same emotional high. It's not obsession, it's connection, the kind that doesn't end when the moment does. You might find yourself checking your phone more often than usual, wondering if they're thinking about you too. Every notification sparks hope. Every silence feels louder than before. And here's the truth. When it's mutual, they feel it as well. They're on the other side, scrolling through your messages, smiling at your name, and wondering if you're doing the same. This lingering thought loop isn't just a sign of attraction. It's the mind's way of preserving emotional intimacy. Because when two people share real chemistry, the bond doesn't vanish when they walk away. It stays. It hums quietly beneath the surface, waiting for the next moment of contact. So if you can't stop thinking about them, don't dismiss it. That's not coincidence. It's resonance. It means something deeper has already begun. Something that exists even in the silence after goodbye. When it's real, you'll feel it, even in silence. Because true attraction doesn't fade when they're gone. It lingers. If this video spoke to you, leave a like, subscribe, and stay with Factsworth, where psychology meets the truth about human connection.